is Houston. Say again, please.
Houston, we've had a problem.
Hey there folks, welcome you all to part 2 of Game of Thrones on the PS3. We are exactly where we were at the end of part 1, and I had a little look in my inventory off camera, and a few things have put question marks in my brain. No surprise there. Firstly, we set up our character at the very beginning of this game to be a heavy armour character, yet everything it's given me on my character as he stands is either light or medium. So I've got no idea what that's all about. I mean, we might as well have started the game as the middle guy who can cope with medium armour or what have you. So almost immediately we need to start looking for armour that is heavy, because all of our perks are coming from heavy armour. So we're already getting a penalty. The other thing I noticed was... Anyway, we picked up a few items here, but our Night Watch armour's pretty good. Well, it's got 240 health on it, and it's medium armour. I don't want to wear light armour. We also picked up this helmet, which is medium armour again, so I've not picked up anything heavy yet. And it looks something like this. Going for some sort of dark Skyrim type manoeuvre on that one. So the little picture that you get up here doesn't actually reflect what it looks like on your character, so that's worth noting as well. Because I was like, oh, that doesn't look very interesting, that little helmet, and then put it on and it was completely different. However, if you notice down at the left there, we've got a little triangle, which means we can switch over to our sub-character, and we can give him some of the stuff we're picking up as well, which is going to be worthwhile. So, although interestingly we don't seem to be getting a comparison for him. So we don't know if what he's wearing is any better, worse or indifferent. He seems to be wearing the same armour as we are. But we've no idea what his helmet or anything's like, do we? It's interesting it's put that ring in our jewels section, even though we can't wear it. Also conscious that we don't have anything in our flasks. Used up all of our health. Let's put something on him and see what happens. Ah, right, okay, we're not allowed to do it yet, that's why. All of it's greyed out, if you see on the thing there. Slots are locked. He's got one empty slot. Not sure what it's for. It's for a cloak, by the looks of it. That's what we've got on ours. Okay, right, we'll have to leave it for now then, but all of that is worth noting, and as soon as possible we're going to have to get heavy armour. Right, we need to go to... let's get on with it, people. Well, our little arrow is up this way. Oh, blimey, we've got another fight already. So if I go with my... How do we get to the dog? Oh yeah, we use ours, don't we? We go up to R2. Right, he's taken care of. On with the next one. He did. Well, that was quite good. Ooh, now then. I think I'm going to equip that as a secondary weapon. Let's have a look. How do you move to the second weapon set, however? Ah, there we go. So, that was L2. Ah, there we go. So we can go straight to bow by using L2. That's quite good if we need to go into distance shots. Why do I feel like we're going backwards anyway? Let's keep going.
Seven hells! What was that noise?
There's a horn, my friend.
Hunting on. They're retreating now that they know we're close.
By the mother! We're all going to die right here!
Shut up, Poddy. We'll be doing the attacking.
But we have no hope, sir!
I'm going to put that coward back in his place. He's good for nothing. I'll try and make him. Try and make use of him.
Don't worry, Poddy. I saw worse in the Battle of Stag's Mount.
What? You were there, sir?
Concentrate on the present, Poddy. If memory serves me, you're not bad for the bow. Cover us from the balcony. Follow me.
At your command.
Good lad, Poddy. Lead Poddy to the lookout position so that he may cover you with his bow. Seems reasonable. Back up the bloody stairs for you, Poddy. Come on. What? Ranger's personal belongings.
There are no survivors then. Go in peace, brother. These scavengers...
I'm unsure as to where the cover position is here. There's two guys right below us. Ah, here we go. Maybe. Alright. Or maybe not. For God's sake! Who put the kid in charge? No, I don't know what this is all about, people. We've got a marker point here, it's below us, there's a little arrow going down. But where the feck's sake are we supposed to be putting Poddy? Because, oh, never mind, come on. What? Come on, why am I missing? Get this guy down. Got no health here. I'm gonna die here. Whew. Get a health back at the end of each fight at least.
You stand here.
Alright, okay.
Count on me, Westford.
I bet I can.
As long as you can. Understood?
I'll do my best.
You'd best do better than that. It's our asses you're covering. We'll go down and stop them from reopening the ancient ice mark. So don't fall asleep.
Stay with it, Poddy. Experience gained 50, thank you. Keep the wildlings from reopening the gate. Stop, stop, stop. Where are the stairs, please? Oh, hello. What's this guy got? Ooh. Shield. Wildling Van Braces. Wildling Heavy Chest. Thank you. Might take a bit of that action. Let's have a look. Oh, how have I ended up here? Well, it's a small wooden shield, worn small wooden shield, so that's 55, 4.2, 4.8, 74.2, 4.8, so I think that needs to go on. And, oh, hang on. A new sword is serving as well, so we'll stick with that. Well, the Wildling Heavy Chest Armour is slightly better, isn't it? 270 health, 25 energy cost, deflection penalty 41. So the energy cost is actually much higher because we're carrying more armour about with us. But we'll be getting bonuses from our perks that we're picking. I think I kind of like the look of the other armour, but anyway, we'll take it. To be fair, we could probably put this helmet on as well. It's got more health on it than... Energy cost is high again, though. Well, we're looking a bit like a beast now. They're going to kill us when we get back, thinking we're a bloody wildling. Easy. Steady. This could all go badly. Certain abilities have bonus effects when they are used on enemies in a specific state. For instance, Terrence's ability Targeted Strike inflicts additional damage to enemies who have the bleeding state. Seems reasonable. Well, hang on. Let's just have another save now we've done all that tinkering about. To arms! So Terrence has got the targeted strike, yeah. Know what Terrence is fighting. That was another guy there. Okay, come on, what's happening? Thank you. Doing a hell of a lot better with our health on this particular fight. He did. Good work, Terrence. Wildling leather boots, wildling van braces. Yeah, we didn't put the van braces on, did we? They're light. And the ones we're wearing are better. Yeah, the van braces we're wearing are better. That's why we've not put them on. Not dropping any potions for us, are they? Jesus Christ. Right, okay. It's all kicking off now. To the left of the enemy's health bar there is an armor icon. The heavier the armor, the more health an enemy will have. 1 is no armor, 2 light armor, 3 medium armor, 4 heavy armor. Enemy difficulty 5 elite opponent, 6 is a boss. That was awesome, a big move there. Took bloody loads of them down. Stunned. Nice work, eh? Now we're getting the swing of it.
Black blood. Those pillagers have dug faster than I realized. The door's almost open again. I'm certain that other wildlings are waiting on the other side of the wall for Gorn's tribe to open the door. We still haven't seen him, by the way. Be on your guard, Celtigar.
Sir Mors, look behind us. There are more coming.
Oh, good. And we've still no health potions. Skin changer. Use the dog's abilities. You can have your dog attack different targets other than the opponent with which you are currently engaged. Select a new target and then bring up the ability wheel to select the skin changer stance. The base ability attack can be used at any time. Other abilities share common cooldown. Okay.
They came from behind. What?
Yeah, thank you. That's not skin changer though, is it? That's just dog attack. Leave him as is, I think. Come on, take him down. Had enough of this dude. Oh, what's his name? Died. And he's back. Whew.
Watch out up there!
Oh, good. A boss fight. Come on now, how many?
The gods have given me a feast of crows today.
Gorn, you finally show your face.
This time it's between you and me. Kill the boy!
Oh, for the love of God. What a good leader I am.
The butcher is mine. Don't interfere. After you die, I'll be a legend. Women will fight for my seed. I'm going to bleed you, old man.
Well.
How many times I've heard that? You're
Yeah.
dead to me, Gorn.
Could be true this time, Mors, I'm afraid. No health potions. Gorn is challenging you to a duel. His pride will be his downfall. I'm not so sure. He's got a big health bar, and I've only got I've got no way of healing myself. Actually, I don't want that one. What's this one here? Self-defense. God damn it. How much energy do I need for this bloody move? What the fuck happened there? Go down. Gorn, you freak. He's dead. Was never any doubt, people. What the shit? And this is a bit harsh, isn't it? Fucking hellfire. What the shit?
At least he can aim.
Fucking hell. Gonna die yet. Come on. How can I need this much bloody yellow just to use one move? Gonna die with one guy left, can you believe it? Oh, go on. Don't think I had any health left. Moors, you're in a bad way, friend. Go on, Poddy. Oh, no, it's not.
The Night's Watch! Fire!
Good job. I had every faith. 4 months earlier. Woohoo! You've earned a trophy. Winter is coming. do I not have that trophy? I must have played that under a different profile name. Well, that's made it even more exciting, hasn't it? Getting trophies all the way along the thing.
Finally, we come to Riverspring. 15 years ago, it was one of the region's most flourishing towns. But things slowly worsened, and today Riverspring knows only idle craftsmen and discontent among the peasants. And the death of Lord Reynold Sarwyck will not improve matters. That said, his death didn't surprise many people. The poor man was but a shadow of his former self since the disappearance of his eldest son. They say that his daughter is the one who makes decisions since then. And you can see where that has led.
Riverspring. It is much changed.
Have you been here before?
My past is behind me. It has been a long
I
time.
used to live in Riverspring. I left 15 years ago.
Yes, that was a while ago. Back then, the town was still prosperous.
What happened?
I don't know the details, but I think it had something to do with the eldest Sarwyck boy leaving.
I must go to the castle.
Oh? And, if I may ask, what would a red priest like you be doing here?
I've come to bury my father.
I am here for the burial ceremony. I am the son of Reynold Sarwyck.
How so? You're much too old to be Garwin Sarwyck.
Gawain is my young brother. I am the elder, Alester.
Father above? After so long? We thought you had disappeared. My sympathies for your father.
Merlin's
I didn't
beard.
recognize you.
My god R'hllor now watches over him. Thank you for the crossing, ferryman.
You are Alester, the son of a powerful lord of the Westerlands, destined for a brilliant future as a lord of Riverspring. You went into exile in the Free Cities after Robert Baratheon's rebellion, taking refuge in the religion of R'hllor, the god of light and love. You are now a red priest at the Temple of the Bravos, and you have chosen to devote your life to your religion and your god. Contacted by your private tutor, you're now on your way back to your hometown to attend your father's funeral. Your past has caught up with you, and now you have to face up to those whom you left behind some 15 years ago. Oh, that's interesting. So he's a red priest, so he's like the, I assume, like the Red Witch Lady out of Game of Thrones proper. Because she worked for the Lord of Light, didn't she? Allegedly. Fit with the necklace on. Spoiler, not fit without the necklace on. We get to pick other abilities. Good grief. A water dancer practices the style of combat which allows him to combine deftness, speed and agility, thus making him a highly effective swordsman. He usually fights with one-handed weapon, and he is... alright, okay. One-handed weapon, and he is very mobile thanks to his light armor. So this is a light armor. I'm a water dancer. Sellsword. The sellsword or mercenary is a quick-witted and fast-moving fighter who can adapt to any situation, something which makes him very effective on the battlefield. He prefers one-handed weapons in which he has become specialised, and this allows him to inflict significant damage while being able to absorb a good deal of punishment thanks to his medium armour. So he's a swords. He's a swords. Oh, could be an archer in this one. Specialises in the fighting stance. His scouting duties mean he must travel light, and as such, an archer is generally seen clad in light armour. An archer is still a capable hand-to-hand fighter, but he prefers to immobilise targets and maintain separation between himself and his foes. The only problem I've seen with this game is if you're the main character, like every time I've tried to get distance from any of the fights I've been in, they just chase me around until they get right next to me, so I'm not sure how that's all going to work with an archer. I might go with the water dancer, because he looks the coolest. In the end, it doesn't matter, I suppose, because you're picking up different armour all the time anyway. But this guy's pretty much the same. It doesn't seem to use a shield either, just got medium armour or light armour, haven't you? Thus making a swordsman, he usually fights one-handed weapons, very mobile thanks to his light armour, yeah. Well, we're doing a heavy armour, aren't we, so... What the hey? Let's go light armour and see how we get on. So... Health points, health recovery during combat, and energy cost of abilities. Endurance is a pretty important one, isn't it? Agility increases the speed and accuracy of your attacks. Harder for your enemies to hit you. With a light, well, with the light armour, we're going to want plenty of that, aren't we? Physical resistance to hits as well. Improves your chance to negotiate low power, increases your energy recovery during combat, yeah. They're all pretty important, really. We avoid strength on this occasion because... that's probably a bit silly, to be fair. Which is the one that stops you getting hit? That you dodge better? Must be agility. Speed and actually your attacks also harder for your enemies to hit you. Yeah. Well, maybe we should be wise with it. Put a little bit of strength on. Okay, fierce as a wolverine. Disorientate your opponent with a savage attack to reduce his accuracy. There's a bit of a wider tree on this fella. Well, it seems to be. Could be wrong. It could be just a different shape, to be fair. One-handed immobilized damage. Light as a feather. Immobilize your opponent by striking him in the legs. Nice. Your attacks are becoming more and more powerful. Might take those two. You're in a defensive position to strike back, ideal if you are surrounded. Might be an option. I think that must be the wider move that hits a number of enemies. Let's do that one and that one. So, we're still on a swords person, aren't we? One-handed swords and two-handed swords. Damage against light armour, Alright, it's only doing more damage against light armour. What's that all about? Swords and armour seems reasonable, doesn't it? And we'll leave those balances for now. Go to Riverspring Castle to attend your father's wake.
Those bastards are just stupidly following orders.
Just random coin lying on the side of a box.
Dying! You, Aubrey! It's been weeks since you've been able to bring in fresh wares. There's not a ham left in town! With things as they are, what choice do we have?
If things are so bad, what do you propose to do?
Been too hard for too long. It's time to revolt. We must take matters into our own hands. We'll take up arms.
There would be blood in the streets.
If you follow that path, the army will have no choice but to fight against you. Do you want this to end in blood and tears?
You don't know what you're talking about, stranger. The house is dying. The army of Riverspring is but a shadow of what it was. You obviously know nothing of the misery we suffer here.
That may be, but I do know that violence is answered with more violence. This path never ends well.
We're already suffering. What is it to us if we die of hunger or by a sword?
What has happened here? These lands were once thriving.
It's the Lords. It's been too long since they cared about what happens in their own lands. Neighboring lords have taken the chance to grab some of our land, and nothing is done to stop it. And now that Lord Sarwyck is dead, it will only get worse. We must do something.
But there are still Sarwicks in Riverspring.
Don't make me laugh. The eldest fled years ago. As for the others, they're no better than he. Anyway, this concerns only the people of Riverspring, stranger.
So be it. I pray that your choices will not lead you to reckless acts. May R'hllor light your path through the shadows.
R'hllor, there you go.
Lords to buy your butter, brother.
We can't afford to buy your butter, brother. It's too expensive, isn't it? We'll have to buy margarine instead.
Your chickens have laid.
Forgive my boldness, noble stranger, but I cannot let you walk into certain death like that.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm not sure of the customs in the free cities nowadays, but I wouldn't dream of entering Westerer's arm like that. And yet, as the smith labours day and night for us, it so happens that I sell the finest weapons. Blunt, cutting, perforating, you know what they say, my lord. Don't buy your blade until you know what you plan to stick it into.
Let's see the cutting weapons.
Tell me more about cutting weapons.
The most popular. I know of no weapon passed down through families that is not a sword, my lord, and there are good reasons for that. Cutting weapons are especially designed to fight against light armor such as leather, and even the skin underneath. Do you need more information?
Yeah, I'm starting to realise here that the reason you've got two weapon sets is because depending on what sort of armor you're fighting against, you'll get more damage with...
Tell me more about blunt weapons.
Ah, the pure power of a mace. Our good king would certainly approve. Blunt weapons are especially designed to fight against heavy armor such as plate. They crush it, can you see? Bam! Do you need more information?
Tell me more about cutting weapons.
The most popular. I know of no weapon passed down through
Okay, what's going on?
that is not cutting weapon. Do you need more information?
I don't need more information. I said let's see the cutting weapons. Don't tell me more about it. No, I don't need to know
I have
more.
things to do.
Don't hesitate to come back and see me in the Merchant Square. I weep to see you so ill-equipped in this town. And don't forget you'll be wanting armor. After all, no matter the weapon you face, simple clothes will not protect you.
Effectiveness of weapons and armor. All weapons, clothing, fabric, cutting weapons, light armor. Oh right, okay. All weapons you can fight against clothing. Cutting weapons, light armor. Perforating weapons, medium armor. Blunt weapons, heavy armor. When weapons are effective against armor, a 15% damage bonus is awarded. Right, so you can use other weapons. It's just you get a massive damage bonus if you use the right weapon against the right armor. I see.
I heard this morning that the
Piss on him and piss on his new tax. I barely a groat left after the last.
Well, I've got 20 gold, and that is 25 gold, so I'm not buying that today, am I? That's a good start. Can't afford that either. Courtly sword. Bloody hell, courtly sword, 52. Expensive though, bloody. Alright. So there's different type of. So that's actually gold. What's that I've got then? Bronze coppers or something. Golds, coppers, and. I don't know. Something. Right, come on. There's another shop though. Who's the other shop? Is it the guy we spoke to? Yeah. Well, he's got a bunch of stuff, hasn't he? Let's get on with it.
It's introducing a new tax.
Piss on him.
Very nice robe you've got there.
Oh, thank you very much.
My lord,
Isn't that the elder Sarwyck, son? Nah, couldn't be. We haven't seen him in 15 years.
one too many horns of ale today?
Halt, priest. This town is in mourning. Access to the castle is closed during the ceremony.
I'm actually here to attend Lord Sarwyck's burial.
I'm afraid that's not possible. I'm under strict orders to only allow entry to close kin. With the villagers' current grumblings, we don't want to risk problems.
He has to know to whom he's speaking. I must speak to his superior.
I am Lord Reynald Sarwyck's eldest son, and I am here to attend my father's funeral.
His eldest son? Do you take me for a fool? I have been at my post for more than 5 years, and I have never once seen your face.
It has been more than 5 years since I left Riverspring. Please call on Mr. Harwyn. He knows of my arrival.
Well, we'll see about that, but I doubt he'll come here for you. The ceremony's about to start. John, go find Maester Harwyn.
Yeah, John, go on it.
What is going on here? Why has John gone for the Maester?
Ryman, it's me, Alester.
Several hells! Alester? Graydon, I told you only family. That excludes peasants, dogs, and cravens who abandon their families.
He will let me pass. This is my home.
Enough, Ryman. However long I was absent, this house is still mine.
How dare you! You disappeared without so much as a goodbye years ago, and now you return as if nothing happened.
The reasons for my exile are mine alone. I owe you no explanation.
I care about your reasons? It's your fault that Lord Sarwyck is dead.
You've lost your head, cousin.
Your departure destroyed him. He was never the same again.
Your judgment is clouded, Ryman. I can smell the ale on your breath from here.
What? Stand back! I'll make you eat your words, priest!
For God's sake. Yeah, I'm gonna die because I don't have any bloody potions.
Enough! Do you not think we have enough dead here?
Mr. Harwyn?
Alester, finally. I prayed for your return.
This traitor no longer has his place here, Maester Harwyn. He abandoned his castle and his family.
7 gods. Get a hold of yourself, Ryman. I wrote to him to invite him to Lord Sarwyck's funeral.
I prefer to leave than to hear more of this.
Alester, what a relief it is to finally see you. I had help from my contacts in Bravos to inform you of your father's death. The funeral will be in the Godswood. The ceremony has already begun.
Why is it not held at the Sept?
It would be if it were not in ruins. Riverspring is suffering on all fronts, I fear. Let us go now. Come with me, Alester. Let us speak as we walk.
What happened here,
Very well.
Mister? How could my father allow things to get to this point?
You know, after you left, Lord Reynold changed. He began to live more and more in the past, and stopped taking care of his duties. Your sister quickly found herself managing more than she should have.
Elyana helped my father govern?
Well, these last few months, she's practically run the house herself. In spite of her efforts, she was unable to slow the inevitable ruin of her lands without a lord. But all is not so dark. Many of your father's vassals remain faithful to their oath. They have all come to the burial in order to honor his memory. We will speak of all this again after the ceremony. Let us make haste, I beg of you.
Yes, I think what we'll do, though, we'll just have a quick look at the... Things seem very dark in this game. Where's the map options? There we go. Graphics. Ah, here we go. This may help us somewhat, people. Well, that's slightly better, isn't it, eh? Godswood.
Hello, Red Priest. I am Lady Elyana Sarwyck, daughter of the late Lord Sarwyck. You are just in time for the ceremony. Were you close to my father?
You have changed much in 15 years, little sister.
Alester, why have you returned? We don't need you here.
Harwyn told me of father's death. It was my duty to come.
15 years without any news. And he had to die for us to see you again. You would have done better to stay where you were.
I do not doubt that my departure was difficult for you.
Difficult? To say the least. Your disappearance was our father's ruin. Do you know how long I cried after you left? And how long I hoped for news of you?
I am sorry. I left Westeros without once turning back, it's true. I understand your reaction. It must have been unbearable for you, but I had to leave. Know that I never forgot you.
That's easy for you to say. And you should know that we here learn to live very well without you.
I understand your reaction, Elyana.
I doubt it. Go pay your last respects to father. We will speak later.
Well, aren't we the popular one?
The eternal outcast now guide you to the Father.
Pay homage to the mortal remains of your father.
From the torments of the seven hells. Your qualities were many. Above all else, you...
is that man?
I believe that is the elder Sarwyck, the one who disappeared. He has certainly changed, but I recognize him.
What dark magic is this, eh?
How could you desecrate our father's body that way?
I desecrated nothing. I performed the final kiss, the tribute that priests of R'hllor pay to the dead.
You may be a Red Priest, but you should respect the beliefs of Riverspring.
I did not intend to be disrespectful, little sister.
Do not think that it is easy for me to speak with you after all this time.
Please, Elyana, listen. I left Westeros without a goodbye, and you have every reason to be angry with me. 15 years ago, the war that King Robert Baratheon fought to claim the throne forced me to commit deeds which haunt me still. The very idea of returning to you was too painful. I did the only thing left for me to do. I left and began a new life elsewhere. Not long ago, I received a letter from Maester Harwyn telling of Father's death. I could no longer hide myself. It was time to confront my past. What I regret the most, Elyana, is that by fleeing to the other side of the waters, it is you whom I wounded.
All these years, I have thrown a veil over your memory. And you return at the moment when everything is in turmoil. I must be alone for the moment. I will see you later, Alester.
Take your time, little sister. I understand.
Alester, Maester Harwyn would like to speak with you. He awaits you in the castle courtyard. And if I may add, you should be ashamed of that kiss during the ceremony.
My thanks, Ravella. I shall go and see him.
Okie dokie.
I am not sure there is more to discuss between us, Alester. I am sincerely sorry for your loss. You know how much your father meant to me. Unless you are truly ready to listen to me, it would be best that you leave.
So be it. Right, well that just leaves going to see Master Harwyn, doesn't it? Or Harwyn, as it is. No, Harwyn. Harwyn's out of bloody Lord of the Rings, Stephen. Another door here. Tunnel under Riverspring. Object required. Bunch of keys to Riverspring. Okay. We must get keys later. Check the God Race people, eh? Last gen graphics. Well, I think that's probably an ideal place to wrap it up for this part. We've reached the hour mark now. Father. I mean, to be fair, you know, from a smaller studio, they've done pretty well with it. It's, you know, a bit of screen tearing here and there, and the lip sync's a bit off, but, you know, it's good fun. Certainly picks up the lore of the world, picks up the feels of Game of Thrones. It's quite nice. I shall definitely be doing some more in this run-up to the end of Game of Thrones tomorrow. Well, I think it's early hours of today as it happens. Well, early hours of tomorrow morning. It goes live about 2 or 3 a.m. or something in the UK. And it will need to be watched almost immediately. It has been an honour and a privilege serving for you once again in Game of Thrones on the PlayStation 3, and I shall catch you next time, folks. Take it easy. Bye.